on that one, let me just help people understand the structure of the organization so that you understand better and you don't feel like it's a rocket science or something. But when we say operational issues, so we have heavy operations team to make things work. Now, what happens is being product managers and operation guys, you're on the same side, which means end goal for everybody is we have to make the customer experience awesome, right? That's the end goal for everyone. Now, being a product manager and with these operational guys, how you can make it better is that you don't need to get that perfect product first to make it work or make the experience amazing. This is where you can actually take those baby steps, or we call it the MVP is the latest term which we have in the market, which is
Okay.
just roll out the minimal viable product and then see the customer experience, how it works. And at the same time, you have that operational team to help you achieve that excellent experience. Now, to elaborate a little more on that, how exactly works is that the goal is exactly end of day what you're focused upon. In terms of customer experience, there could be n number of things, right? So let's say you just need to first figure out that 1, 2, 3 OKRs, which is again in a big organization, generally if you follow those OKRs and stuff, which is primarily nothing. What's the objective? What do you want to achieve here? There could be 100 things, and that's where the prioritization plays a very, very important role. Because how do you prioritize what you do? Because being PM, I mean, everybody has opinions, everybody has thoughts around it. Being a PM, you need to clear out that noise and then follow the path that, okay, for the immediate next 3 months, and depends on the organization. Startup could be next month, big company could be 6 months, but you need to define that for X amount of time. These are my top two goals. Now, from those top two goals, how will you achieve that? Now, when you are working with that operational team, a lot of things you might just feel that, oh, maybe operational team can still make it work. So talking about Uber, we have sort of Uber Eats specifically, we have almost three customers. We have the end user who's actually paying, customer or consumer or eater. The other one is the courier. Again, it's again a consumer for us because we need to make sure their experience is amazing. Because unless their experience is amazing, they are happy with the platform. Again, you'll see churn, and in the long run, as we say, the companies evolve, even super big companies flop. So that's where you need to continuously iterate on. And the third one is your merchant, which you need to get onboarded. So with all these three players, what you need to make sure is that with operational team, what can be maybe managed by these guys? Taking a very simple example so that everybody can connect. Let's say we want to onboard a merchant. Now, there could be one way. We build a self-serve platform, takes n amount of time to build that to get it to completion. Or what you can do is at least have some product pieces in place, get the operational team together, make sure the merchant experience is good, right? Because in self-serve, what happens is you expect the merchant to do it end-to-end by themselves. On the other hand, with the operational team is, oh, we'll give you the best experience, you provide us the data, and we do it on your behalf. So that's how you try to solve for that particular problem, which is for the merchants. So that's how we actually try to solve the problem, which means you try to figure out that what are the top objectives and what are the key results, how will you achieve them? With that, you define the next products or the next features. Let's say I'm just talking to the at the most granular level now, that which functionality you want to build, which will solve for it. Now, the functionalities could be two ways. As I mentioned, it could be directly consumer facing, or it could be for those operational guys. Let's say when you talk about Amazon and stuff, right? You see that support experience is amazing. Honestly, they may not have a completely end-to-end automated product. Let's talk about, let's say, refunds and appeasements. A lot of time what happens is you have a problem, you raise a request. At times, these are auto appeasements in place, which is amazing. But till you get to that product, you have operational guys that, okay, if somebody reaches out, they have a problem, please make sure that their experience is amazing, at least you refund the money. That's the last thing which you can do, because firstly, they should not be even reaching to that stage where they have a bad experience. But things can always fail. So for that matter, you have operational guys, and you need to provide them the right tooling to make that experience perfect. So that's how with super big operational companies, that's how the product manager role plays a very, very important role. At times, at the same time, not every team, because we are super big organizations. Not everybody will be owning a product where you need operational guys. Let's say very simply, you are looking at the consumer demand side, how to get more demand. Now it's a completely app-driven thing. Inside the app, you just try to run some experiments, which is the next thing which is the next sort of the most sort through skills basically for B2C companies. Because when we talk about, I mean, we are talking about the data, we are talking about the user consumer experience and stuff. At times, it's very difficult to figure out before that, okay, what I want to do. That's what happens with super big companies. That, oh, let's build this. Maybe somebody will have an opinion. Let's build that. Now, to get out of that notion that let's build this or build that, what you do is, obviously you still need some insights, which is coming through user insights, which comes through data analytics, but you get some high level stuff, and then maybe say that, okay, we feel this may work, let's do a XP. And again, that should be very, very quick to set up. That's where the companies are moving towards. Let's want to try something, let's see, let's figure it out and see. Because with Uber, I mean, I'm just taking Uber as an example because this is a global company. Sitting here, I do not understand what a person maybe in Spain needs, or a person in Germany needs, and Japan needs, right? I mean, every market is very, very different. And the best way to understand those kind of requirements is you run those A/B experiments and you gain those insights, and the basis of that you finalize, oh, this makes sense, let's move ahead. Or this doesn't work, let's roll back that feature and then forget about it. So that's how I'll just say, I mean, I just digress a little from the operational because I wanted to cover some other aspects, which are also part of some of these operational stuff. But yeah, that's what my view is, how these super big companies with those so much operational issues, how a product manager needs to think and how a product manager can excel there. Yeah, so that you're on mute in case you're speaking.
So yeah. So that's rightly said. As from using Uber, what I understand is that they have automated a lot of these operational issues, and that is because of running a lot of experiments, and that's how they have reached that final stage. And it's a good way to understand that, not to start building instantly, understand, back it up with data, and then go about it and understand, because every market will be different. Even for a product like Uber transportation, it will be very different in different markets. So with that, thank you so much.
And I think I said that just one more thing, which I'll add to, just to break in between, but one thing I would like to add here is that everybody, being a product manager, you need to understand that technical resources are the costliest in the company. And you are the one who are defining what they should be working for the next X amount of time. This is where you play the most important role. That guys, these are the most important guys, and that's why they're the costliest guys in the industry. So that's why you need to make sure that, okay, what do I want to use my time for? And this is where when you talk about the refunds and appeasement, I may look at it and say that, oh, this still can work operationally. As now, this is leading to multi-million dollars of investment. Let's try to automate it and make it work. So those things are sort of how the prioritization, I think, plays a very, very important role in product managers' world.